It's an alarming and rather unfortunate fact that shocking acts of violence are becoming more and more frequent on the streets of Sydney. Earlier this month, we saw the tragic and senseless death of Thomas Kelly in King's Cross. Well, this weekend, police from the Surry Hills Local Area Command have joined forces with ACON and the anti-violence campaign to make our streets a little bit safer. The high visibility community engagement operation took place along the entertainment strip of Oxford Street. Police command buses were located outside the midnight shift and Stonewall. And local police officers and staff from ACON's anti-violence project made their way through a number of venues to talk with patrons and offer advice on a range of topics including street safety and the law.
The aim of tonight is about promoting street safety in Oxford Street and around Oxford Street. It's also about encouraging people to report any homophobic violence, transphobic violence, prejudice-related violence to the police or to the anti-violence project, and also that people can get the support that they need if they've experienced or even witnessed some form of violence or abuse in this area.
You're going to see a lot of cops out tonight. Don't panic, they're not raiding the place. So if you see them out, make sure you say hello. But remember guys, it's very important, if you are assaulted on the street or anything happens, make sure you do report it. So that's of course the ACON Anti-Violence Project, and that's happening tonight. So if you see the guys from ACON and the police around, there's a couple up the back. Hello boys, how you going? Just say hi. That's great.
With such a high concentration of people in one area here in Oxford Street and with alcohol involved, obviously there are going to be problems. What can we do to stay safe?
There are 6 tips that we've developed through ACON's anti-violence project. The first one is we're encouraging people that if they feel unsafe, to trust their instinct, get to a safer place as quickly as possible. Meeting friends and walking together, a safe way of getting to a venue, getting to a party. We also encourage people to be alert as much as possible and to look after their friends and look after their mates. We're encouraging people not to respond to homophobic violence. Responding to abusive or violent behaviour can actually escalate a situation. We also recognise that people can be targeted if they're drunk or out of it, or if they're alone. If something happens in a venue, if something happens to them when they're out with their friends drinking, we're encouraging them to let the venue know, because we know that the venues want to support them and we know that the venues don't want violence to happen in their spaces as well. So report any violence or abuse to the police. People can also report abuse and violence to the Anti-Violence Project at ACON. They can also report abuse and violence to the Transgender Anti-Violence Project through the Gender Centre.
How do we get in contact with ACON then?
The easiest way is to go to the ACON website, which is www.acon.org.au. On the landing page, people will see a purple box which says report violence here, report violence, transphobic, homophobic, domestic or family violence here, and to follow the pathways through to the reporting form.
Tonight has been such a success, and a big shout out to ACON. You guys do an absolutely fantastic job. What I love seeing though was the police from Surry Hills and Newtown just out and about chatting with you all. And what we need to remember is that it's their aim to give us a safe and homophobic free environment. And if you need them, they're going to be there for you. And let's hope with all their hints, tips and pointers that our streets are going to be that little bit safer. I'm Olsen and you're watching Inside Out.